What's going on, folks? We got the Country Network here. We have our first ever guest, Trae Myers, who released a new single over the weekend. I'll go ahead and let you introduce yourself here. Tell them about yourself, Trae.
Yeah, my name's Trae Myers. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. Family, got two little girls, a wife. Been at the music thing for the past 15 years here, and just kind of making some noise here recently. And here I am doing an interview with you. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm excited to do this. I'm from Columbus as well. Are you currently in Columbus, or did you move to Nashville?
I'm back and forth. I'm in a little town called Etna, outside of Columbus there.
Okay. Do you know where Sunbury's at? Just north of it? Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
where I'm from. I'm from there. So,
cool man.
hell yeah, man. I'm assuming you're a Buckeyes fan?
You know it. You know it.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah, man. So, first question, we'll start off a little basic here. So, you kind of just answered it. You started about 15 years ago, but what made you want to get into country music? Has this been something you've always wanted to do? And who were some of the artists that kind of inspired you to want to get into the music industry?
Well, when I first initially started, playing the acoustic guitar, I played a lot of Dave Matthews and stuff like that. But growing up, country was a huge influence. All Kenny Chesney, Shania Twain, but there was a lot of like the Wallflowers in there,
Mm-hmm.
kind of all over the place. So I kind of just mixed it together off, and throughout my journey, playing out the bars and whatnot, I had the songs. I was having good feedback with that, and I had some opportunities here. Just kind of made the transition back in 2018 full time. Like, you know what? I'm not just anymore. I want to actually be, have something about me. So country was that I chose to go. That's
Mm-hmm.
kind of.
So do you consider you write a lot of your stuff, right?
Yeah. I write stuff. Within my band, and they're all great songwriters too. So we collectively write. But that's always been one of my weakest links, to be honest, is write with other people. It always it comes out to be better quality, and that's right to admit.
Understandably so. Like, what would you say your writing process is like?
Well, in today's world, most of my guys, they about 2 hours away from each other, so we do a lot of this kind of stuff, a lot of voice memos back. I'll write a 4-chord progression or something. I'll send it off to my buddy Jake Holland in Kentucky, and he's the one who wrote "What About You," actually, and we'll just kind of bounce ideas off of each other until we all kind of agree, line by line, chord by chord, these songs that we're working on now.
So, you mentioned it earlier, and I saw on your Instagram, you guys just welcomed the new one. I just want to congratulate you on that, first of all. And second, do you think from here on out that will, fatherhood will play a role in your writing process at all?
Absolutely. It's hard not to, because on a day-to-day, that's my number one husband. And a lot of the times when I write, it's the first thing that comes to mind is my family. Just these memories that we're creating together. So a lot of the stuff that we'll be working on here in the near reflects that, for sure.
Okay. That's good to hear. I feel like that's a good thing about country music. I feel like, those might seem like little things, but I feel like people can easily connect with them, really easily. And especially when you're listening to a song and the person wrote it. For me personally, I can really appreciate somebody that writes their own songs. You have your, Jason Aldeans, you have your George Straits that, just cut other songs, but then you have your Alan Jacksons and your Brad Paisleys who, write their own music. And I feel like that hits home just a little bit more for me personally as a fan. So sticking with the family topic, how is it hard balancing life doing music and family time, or has that come pretty easy to you?
It's funny that you mentioned that. It's something that, with one kid, I kind of had it figured out. It's it's definitely a little different. There's definitely an adjustment to be made in the house. I have a supportive wife who allows me to chase him and doesn't give me too hard of a time, away from family to work on this project. But um, it's also a blessing with everything that I've been given in the family life. I've also been kind of given that and do at the same, kind of goes hand in hand. So I'm just excited to see what God can do for us as a family with the blessings that we've already received, and I'm just excited to see what happens in the.
I feel that for you. So you talk about how you're kind of back and forth between Ohio and Nashville. What's that kind of like? I mean, me personally, I somehow, as big of a country music fan as I am, I haven't been to Nashville yet. I'm thinking about going New Year's or sometime soon. I gotta go. But what's that like down there? Like, how does it feel to go down there knowing that, you're kind of serving a purpose being down there, not just kind of visiting, you're down there to do something with it.
Yeah, it's back in the day, we would go down there on the weekends and party out on Broadway and stuff. But, as this has turned into a profession, and I shall go down there on, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and just go down there to network and connect, the small writing circles, which I got to get a lot more involved in. But you can wake up here in Columbus at 6 a.m. and be down there by 11, or hauling ass down there. But it's not that big of a, not that hard to do. Thankfully, I'm not too terribly far from Nashville, and we can make it work. It's something that is going to be more relevant here in the near future, coming in 2023.
Okay, so would you have any like advice to give to, I know you're kind of still paving your own way, but just from, like you said, you've been doing this 15 years. Would you have any advice for anybody else trying to get into the music industry to this point that, you can kind of lend off to newer artists?
Absolutely. The one thing that's helped me get to where I am today is listening to people around me, surrounding myself with people that are better than me. I've done a lot better job as I've, throughout my 20s. And some, I've learned the hard way that there's certain people in your life that you have to cut out. Don't really support you, or, they don't better you in any type of way.
Mm-hmm.
So networking is everything. Just listening to people and allowing people into your circle to let them speak and hear them out. Too often people have, it's where they don't want to allow people into their project, or let them, they might advise, but they don't take it to heart. I've always taken it to heart. I've surrounded myself with guys, how to be a man, be an artist, and just to feel confident and comfortable. That's basically been everything, is just trusting the guys around me, the circle of work within my region here in Columbus, Ohio. So if it wasn't for today, and I'm thankful for that.
I mean, I feel like that's something anybody can apply to their life. I think one of the most beneficial things you can do is to keep a nice little circle around you. So just my last question here, quick interview, but last question for you, then I'll let you get out of here. So your last single, is that going to be, are you setting the tone for your next record? Is that kind of the direction you want to go with this next one, or what was the goal here?
Yeah, so I have another four songs, and they all kind of have a different vibe compared to my latest song. I'm hesitant to release those because, like I said, it's a little different, but has that vibe that the band vibe, and that's something bands my entire life, and I've been in different bands and different genres and whatnot. So just had a message about it. The music's fun to play live, and I just want to move forward. That when you come out to see one of our shows, of course, I want to be able to pull out the people and have an emotional connection there. But at the end of the day, being on stage, and when you come to a show, I want you to be able to see that. I want you to be able, and that's really what our goal is going to be here coming in 2023 is just, can move to enjoy and that's, it's figure out how to do that too, because like I told you, started out on the acoustic guitar and I could sit here and, but to actually feel the energy, that's something I've been for a long time. And I think we finally figured it out. And we have a bunch of songs coming out here and a little writing retreat here at the end of December. And we're going to come back and songs and we're going to pitch them off to my manager and we're just going to see what happens from there. So it's definitely something that I'm looking forward to, and I can't wait to share it with everybody else.
We can't wait to listen to it, man. I like what you're doing so far, man. Do you have a lineup out yet for your upcoming shows, or are you kind of working on that right now? Because it's wintertime, obviously.
As of right now, I just signed with CB Entertainment in Legend, Nashville. So what's going? There's a lot of things on the back end. We want to build the brand up. We want to get this music out we can. But there's a lot of things on the back end that we want to do. And then expect me to be on some shows. You can expect me to play some shows and travel. But thereof, and before we announce any shows, that's exactly what we're doing. And there'll be some show announcements here in the next couple of months for sure.
Good to hear, man. Well, this is Trae Myers. I appreciate you joining me, man. This was, my first interview ever for, this account that I'm trying to start up. So I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. And everybody go check out his latest single, What About You? It's available everywhere.
I appreciate you, brother. And good luck to you, your new pod, back and visit you here in the future.
Heck yeah, man. I appreciate you. Thank you.